Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another history type video reaction. And this is a channel that has been suggested quite a lot from doing my oversimplified reactions, where there are still more to do. I keep saying it, but there are still more to do that I am going to do from the channel. But you can't actually see the channel yet. For people who don't know, Salmonella Academy again has been suggested a lot. I can't talk at the moment, and the video is World War II's unluckiest ship, the William D. Porter. I don't know anything about this. I feel like this is going to be sort of like it's going to be a sort of story within World War II. It's not going to be like a very long video because you can see it's 6 minutes long. So it's obviously going to be like something that I probably have never heard of. And a lot of people probably have never heard of if this is your first time seeing this video. But this video was suggested and the channel was suggested a lot. So I'm interested in seeing this because I love these kinds of videos that you guys suggest, and I find out for the first time, and then I learn about these random events that have happened. But I appreciate it. We're going to get into this one. And again, I apologise for it being so short, but I do enjoy these videos anyway. And let's just get into it, man. Let's see what this is about.
This video is sponsored.
And he's getting his sponsors when they love that. Love that. Just make sure the audio is good. The unluckiest ship. See, I've never heard of this in my life. Is this something that I should know about, or is this something that... Oh, what the fuck? Or is this something that not many people know about? Because I don't really know. Guess who's
Hey kids, now some philosophers have called boats the airplanes of the sea, but while every glamorous Glennis has its slow-mo shun, so too does JJ the jet plane have his awful counterpart. Her legacy in many ways resembles my middle school career, a 3-year-long travesty plagued by blunder after blunder due to both gross incompetence and sheer misfortune, with the only silver lining being that it's remembered by relatively few. Meet the USS William D. Porter, nicknamed the Willie D, which was a perfectly acceptable alias in the days before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. She was a Fletcher-class destroyer, which, if you know Fletcher as well as I do, you know he's pretty high-class at destroying. Like when he snapped off my DS screen during summer camp because he was trying to get a better look. Didn't even apologize. He was just like, well, you're not supposed to bring video games to camp anyway. Even though everyone did. Fuck you, Fletcher. You were a counselor. You're supposed to be more mature than us. You're the reason I grew up with a lingering resentment towards authority. And my only reprisal is that I got to draw you as a disgusting fat lard for millions of people.
I mean, he has drawn him like an absolute mess, to be fair. Is he wearing Crocs as well? Oh no. I like this though. This is a bit different, but I like it.
Actually, I think his name might have been Eric. Anyway, in July of 1943, the ship was commissioned by the Navy and led by Lieutenant Commander Wilfred A. Walter. As her first real job, the Willie D was assigned to a top-secret escort mission across the Atlantic. Walter was like, alright man, time to prove ourselves. I want to see you all on your A-game. And as its first act under military command, the ship didn't raise anchor properly and tore a massive chunk out of the ship next to it while pulling out. Okay, rough start, but definitely not a sign of things to come. The next day, she met up with 3 other ships, including 2 destroyers and a battleship known as the USS Iowa, and the fleet set off towards Africa. Given the clandestine nature of the operation, they were ordered to maintain total radio silence so as not to alert any subs that might be lurking below. Suddenly, boom, bang, borf, Hare Krishna, huge explosion off the starboard quarter. They're like, holy shit, evasive maneuvers. But after however many minutes, the transmission comes in saying, hi, this is Wilfred D. of the Willie Walter. So a depth charge may have accidentally fallen off the ship, and we may have also forgotten to turn off the safety mechanisms on said charge, causing it to detonate immediately. So if you heard a little noise a bit ago, no cause for alarm. Also, sorry for breaking radio silence. Love you, bye. Shortly thereafter, a strange phenomenon was spotted near the ship. Officer, what in the rhyme of the ancient fuck is that? Appears to be a large wave, sir. Jesus Christ, they have that now? Basically everything that wasn't tied down ended up being swept off, and one of the boilers in the engine room got foobarred. But fortunately, no crew members were taken away, except for the one that was. Later, the 4 ships congregated in the waters east of Bermuda when the Iowa decided to test its anti-air ability.
Of course it's in Bermuda as well. I swear, what's it called? The Bermuda Triangle. I remember learning about that, and it's one of those sort of mysterious things that so many things go missing, right? Maybe there's a video out there that I should look into that as well.
And launched a bunch of weather balloons for target practice. A few of these drifted towards the Willie D, and they took some pot shots just for fun, probably wrecking some happy albatross households in the process. But Walter was like, men, it's time to redeem ourselves. Spit those crayons out. Don't you know the purple ones are bad for you? Time for some impromptu torpedo drills on the Iowa. Yay! That was Narnar and the Pow Pow. They're gonna douse their trousers when they see how good we tore those pedos. Say, you guys remember to take the primer out of all of them before launching, right? Yes, sir. Yep. What? Unfortunately, the Iowa didn't really have much valuable cargo that could be damaged in the event that the torpedo struck. Oh, except for 32nd President of the United States Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was being escorted to Cairo as the whole point of the mission. The next 5 minutes aboard the Willie D were just total fucking chaos. Humid sacks of rice, hogs and bats sniffing each other, massive stereos. Commander, we really should radio them. No! I am not breaking any more rules! Do the flashy light thing! Hey, incoming signal from old Iron Brains, a yuck. They're saying they're, going to reverse at full speed? What? Shit off a bowsprit, this ain't working! Fine, call 'em! FaceTime, Uvu, I don't give a hoot! The transmission arrived in the nick of time, and the torpedo detonated a safe distance away in the Iowa's wake. Of course, that didn't stop the entire crew of the Willie D from being arrested for, you know, shooting a torpedo at the president. Lawton Dawson, the Elmer's eater from earlier, was initially sentenced to 14 years hard labor, till FDR came out and was like, no, it's okay. Boys will be boys. But we are sending you and the rest of Carnival Cruise Line to Alaska, where there's fewer things to ruin by being yourself. Get it, Carnival Cruise Line? Because you're the worst. And also clowns. So they kicked it for a while in the Aleutians, otherwise known as the Tale of the Pregnant Rat that makes up Alaska. This went on mostly without incident, except for when they were anchored outside an officer's home during a New Year's Eve party, and a sailor...
Wait, is that actually how close is Alaska to... I know this is irrelevant, but you see that? Is that how close is, obviously, like, that's Russia, isn't it? Jesus Christ, it is close. That's kind of wild. I didn't realise how close them 2 points really were. I mean, I guess this probably doesn't show, maybe it's a bit further. But look how he's made it into a rat as well. It's actually quite spot on as well.
Makes up Alaska. This went on mostly without incident, except for when they were anchored outside an officer's home during a New Year's Eve party, and a sailor got drunk and decided to fire off one of the 5-inch guns for a laugh, ended up sending a bunch of his geranium straight to hell where they belong. Other than that, smooth sailing. Then they hung out at the Philippines for a bit before Central Command was like, alright, looks like you smoothskins are ready for actual missions again. Except you're going to clown college. And the Willie D was sent to the Battle of Okinawa under the leadership of some guy named Charles. Here they actually did some worthwhile stuff until June 10th, 1945, when a kamikaze began to dive towards them. They weren't able to shoot it down, probably because it wasn't American, but it crashed in the water some ways away. They were like, phew, crisis averted, turned their attention elsewhere, unintentionally driving right over where the bomber landed. The plane was like, the hell? Oh, shit, that's right.
Oh my fucking
bonsai.
God.
About 3 hours of desperate repairs went by before the order to abandon ship was given, and miraculously, every crew member made it out alive by the time the ship sank, just 12 minutes later. So it just goes to show, everything has its silver lining. Everyone on the dip ship gets to live, every filthy Chuck E. Cheese ball pit has a delicious prize at the bottom, and the vast nexus of pointless diversions we call the internet actually has a couple productive things to do on it too. Sponsor time. Skillshare is an online learning community with over...
I'm guessing that's the end of the video, yeah? Yeah, I love that. Does he talk about anything?
Community to really get your hands dirty. Skillshare has plenty of tools. I'm off to autonomize Curtis.
No, but fair enough, man. Get your money. I love that. But I like this. His style is really different. Like his editing just cracks me up, especially with like the ship sort of goes into the plane and then does a little coughing. I want to see this again. This killed me.
The plane was like, the hell? Oh shit, that's right. Bonsai. About 3 hours.
I feel bad for laughing at this stuff, but this is what it's made for, right? Learning and laughing. I love this stuff, man. I love this stuff so much. These random stories. These are just the most random stories. I could be watching these. I mean, why does this keep dropping? What the fuck? I could react to these, like as much of these, if people want them, for as long as possible. I love these kinds of random things. What I'm noticing are his videos are quite short. But again, if people still like more of these reactions, I'm down for that, man. 100%. Different style, but I love this stuff, man. I guess I'm the only kid on this website who didn't bat around fighter planes in the mobile above my crib as a child. Got my whole career drawing human bodies as a single black lines with ridiculous proportions, and that's all is well. But suddenly, when I reuse a P-51, whose tail fin and fuselage curvature is a little different to that achy D38. I'm guessing these are like certain things from the war. I was going for everyone. Shit, goddamn it. It's not that he's gone, that hurts, it's that he never said goodbye. And when the world needed him most, he ran away to Mexico and lives with the FBI on his tail. Well, if anybody reads this, he isn't dead, he's just busy in school and is barely active on Twitter. POV, if you're here to check in with other Salmonella students to mourn with them about our loss. And when the world needed him the most, he vanished. Oh, has he not posted since? Oh, wow, he's not posted since. God damn. I mean, hopefully he's good. Well, so what people are saying is actually, are they just trolling, or is this actually what's happened to him? He's just been the 8th of November. Yo, to my guys out there, good luck with that, man. His return will be legendary, waiting patiently. I'm going to subscribe then, I can't lie. I did really enjoy this video, and if he's not been in a video for so damn long, there's obviously a lot of people waiting for his return because they love his videos, and I'm going to be one of these. Well, I'm going to be new to the sort of the channel, and hopefully we can see more of his videos. Hopefully he returns. I don't know what's happened to him. Hopefully everything's good with that. But mate, crazy video. I really enjoyed this. And yeah, man, I'm going to do more of these as long as you guys want these reactions. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, peace.